Hi friends, host Eric here, talking with famous people. And this video is directed at all the people in the world who, like me, feel like making gloves. If you're like me, you are constantly obsessed with a powerful desire to make gloves. You understand that hands are way too often naked, that nude hands are a risk to society. And so you, like me, feel like making gloves. Countess in the house. ISFP now, all of a sudden, who has forgotten her headphones. Well, Countess, do you feel like making gloves? That's what I feel like making. Hi, April. I don't know if you've heard the news, but tonight we're talking about glove making and how I feel like making gloves. I can't hear you because I'm having breakfast in public. Well, I'll type my thing to you then, Countess. Anyway, let me tell you some of the key things about glove making. You need to account for all 5 fingers on each hand. You need to account for the palm, the back of the hand, the whole 9 yards. And that's why they wrote that song about it. Feel like making, feel like making gloves. Feel like making gloves with you. No gloves. Elizabeth B. Milburn. Nobody wants to make globes. Duh. Everybody wants to make gloves. Oh, yeah. Who don't want to make gloves? Nobody don't want to make gloves. Who don't want to make gloves? Jello, that song would be popular at the beginning of the 1900s. Making gloves. Feel like making gloves. You can buy gloves meant to protect one finger that doctors use for prostate examination. That's a good idea. I can't crochet them, but I can flub them by making them fingerless. Socks, however, are absolutely impossible. Are they? So, yeah, Octavia Silva, are you feeling like making gloves? I am. Octavia Silva says that's his favorite song, by the way. Feel like making gloves by the it's the same song, that's same band that sings but baby I just ain't seen nothing yet. What band is it that sings Feel Like Making Gloves? Jim B just feel like making mittens. I respect that, Jim B. I really do. You know what you like in life. You like mittens. They're a lot easier to make, I gotta tell you. Net says, hi, everyone. Hi, Net _ We're talking about making gloves tonight. Have you any glove making experiences that you'd like to share with us? You own liquid gloves. Is that what you call it when you dip your hands into a cup of water? Mittens is a popular name for cats. It is. I like how you included the _ Rachel, in your greeting to Net. You didn't neglect the _ Well, Oswaldo, as I've indicated before, I took a careful assessment of all the people who participated in the live chat, and determined, after much consideration of qualifications and various other things, that the most qualified person to be the moderator was Rachel Lapalosa. And I decided to make her moderator. That's why. Like Rover for dogs or Fluffy for rabbits. Is Fluffy really a common rabbit name? I would think Peter would be a common rabbit name. I would think what is your job exactly? Want to tell people to shut up? I don't know. It didn't really come with any responsibilities, just powers. That's how I typically operate. Things I ask people to do, they don't come with any responsibilities, just powers, because otherwise I'm trying to tell people what to do. I don't like telling people what to do. I don't like saying, hey, can you do this free work for me? It makes me very, very uncomfortable. So I say, would you like these powers? It comes with no responsibilities. And she said, fine, I guess. Just try not to be an asshole. I won't. If you are, I'm out of here. No more moderating for you. Okay, I promise. Well, Oswaldo Muniz, we are talking about making gloves tonight. Who's Matthew McAllister? I don't even know who that is. Was he featured in a video with me before? I have no idea who that person is. We're talking about gloves. We're talking about mittens. We're talking about mitt gloves and glovittens, which are combinations that have like just 2 or 3 fingers of glove on them. He comes on this chat and he appeared in the video with you as a tranny. What do you say his name is? Matthew what? Are you talking about Matthew Alistair? I don't believe they like to be called trannies. I think they have some other preferred name. Rabina? What's Rabina? Breezy free? How you be? Do you have to take a pee? Yes, that Matthew, whose nipples are pink. He was horny last time and kept showing me his tongue. He's always horny, Countess One. He's always feeling like making gloves. What's the second best subject you have mastered as much as MBTI stuff? I don't think MBTI stuff is my first best subject. I would say, Jesus, everyone's a critic. Let's see. Debate. I mean, I'm quite knowledgeable about argumentation and debate, rhetoric, stuff like that. That's really my primary area of expertise. That's actually like a marketable area of expertise. This is my area of ideational creation, I guess. I didn't create any of the information I know about debate, hardly. Well, some of it I did, but most of it is stuff I learned. Somebody had already parsed out all of argumentation before I got there, and that's fine. So, what are some good books I can read on about debate or resources? I'll put a link here. Let me meow the meow. Oh, we don't have anything up on the schedule here. I should probably update that. What day is it today? Wednesday. Copy link, I'm copying link with you. I'm gonna put the thing over here and go pew, 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 pew. Who are some modern intellectuals that I think are really great debaters? I can think of there's one guy in Congress who's really good. I forget what his name is. By and large, I am not impressed by just about anybody. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I genuinely think I'm the best. I get how anybody in the world would think that's absolutely ridiculous. But until I feel like I come across somebody who's better, I don't know. I didn't used to think this. It took me a lot of years of winning national championships and shit as a coach to believe I'm the best. Jordan Peterson's hacks. Zizek's a fucking mega hack. Hitchens is an ultra mega hack. They're hacks. They're all fucking hacks. They don't know what they're doing. All your major intellectuals don't know what they're doing because they've never been formal debate coaches before. You know? They're all hacks. That's what I gotta say about it. And I don't like saying it because people think I'm arrogant, people think I'm an asshole, people think I'm full of myself, people think I can't possibly be serious. Sam Harris is decent. He's decent. He's INFJ kind of good. He's good for an INFJ in an INFJ way. I'd still wipe the fucking floor with him and without even breaking a goddamn sweat. You know, what's his name to give me some trouble, probably. He's good. I mean, there's no denying Ben Shapiro is a good debater, but he's a formerly trained debater, you can tell. But I'd still kick his ass. But he's good. He's legit. He'd give me a fight. You know, I'd still win. I wouldn't kick his ass. I'd still win. He might win if I were in the wrong. I'd debate anybody, anywhere, anytime. I always say that. Rachel Lapalosa, it's a very good question. I just don't get any takers on that. I mean, I'd beat him breezy free. That's what I would do is I'd beat him. But I don't think I'd kick his ass. He's good. He's legit. He's trained. I didn't see that. I mean, I don't watch a lot of that shit. I'm not entertained by it. It's work, you know? But can I do it? Can I go in there and fucking lay the lumber? Absolutely. Read that link I put up there. Know everything in that link and you've got basically everything down. It's 13 pages long. It's dense. Like it's a outline. And you probably have to study it for a while to understand it all, but it explains everything I know, basically. Well, I mean, at least outlines everything I know. Lots of gaps would have to be filled in, but it gives you the gist of everything there's to know about debate. I'm not trying to keep this information secret. You can't do it unless you're both knowledgeable and just the right configuration of functions and the right background and yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, smart people paying a lot of money to coach their kids. For good reason. I'm a better coach than all the other coaches. I'm not. Now, note, I'm not nearly this certain and arrogant about typology. Although I am certain that I'm the best. Actually, I am. I am certain that I'm the best typologist. But I'm not sure that I'm not nearly as sure that I'm right about everything. You know, that's the difference. I'm not nearly as sure that I'm right about everything. I know there's still a lot of gaps in my knowledge here on typology. That I continue to learn things. The more people I type, the more I gain knowledge, the more I find out, I actually was kind of wrong about that other thing back there, and I fix it and stuff. I understand that typology is still a work in progress. I do believe I'm the best typologist out there at the moment, but I don't think there's a lot of competition, frankly, from people who know what they're doing at all. I don't think my approach to doing it is particularly difficult for any intuitive, but they'd have to buy into my understandings of things. If they have to buy into the TI test and the SI test and the NE test, most of all. So, you know, if they don't buy into that, fine. But I've never heard anybody give me a good reason why we ought not to buy into it. That's not simply dissembling. Like, well, it doesn't, it's not definitive enough, or it doesn't prove this other thing too, or it, you know, it's like, whatever. What kind of gloves it would feel like making? Elbow length. I feel like making the kind of gloves that don't stink. Oh yeah, glove making. Oh yeah, glove making. Oh yeah, glove making tonight. Thanks, Aaron S. I appreciate it. I had the doc open. What do you think it means when someone gets frustrated and feels like an adrenaline rush from debating? It means they're into it. I mean, what do you think it means? I wouldn't worry about it if you say, like, should I do something about these feelings? No, it's called being competitive. Go kick ass, you know? Go out there with a mighty sword and slay your enemy with your rhetoric of power and truth. Like that. I find when something misrepresents my points in an argument or debate, it just pisses me off. Well, you got to make them pay for it. Excuse me, you totally misrepresented what I said. I said meow, you said meow. The difference is clear here. It's meow versus meow, and here's the warrant as to what the actual distinction is. Now, if you cannot be accurately expected, if I cannot expect you to accurately represent what I just said back to me, how can I think that you're possibly engaged in a reasonable set of argumentation with me? You have, this way, make it a reverse voter, right? You say, you lose the round because you're debating shitty. Right? That's called a reverse voter. It's in that sheet somewhere, probably. I'm pretty sure I put reverse voters in there. That's one of the ways you address something like that. I get insulting too. You know, if I want to be sassy, you know, my tone gets very sassy. Is getting kicked out studying systems for interest sake mostly a TI thing? Yeah, probably. I'd say so. TI anything in particular. I look cool because my hat is sideways. That makes me look extra cool. You can tell I'm extra cool because my hat is sideways. Balance your debate chakra and laser beam truth through your third eye. Okay, I've tried laser beaming things through my penis before, Peter Dentici, and it was painful. That's what you mean by third eye, right? Yeah, I briefly had laser eye power with my penis. I was able to shoot laser beams out of my penis, but burns the inside of your pee hole. I got like first degree burns regularly. If I did it too long, I ran the risk of getting a second degree burn. Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. It is wonderful to see you all here. It appears perhaps that my title, Feel Like Making Gloves, was not the best possible title for this live stream. At 20 minutes, I usually have a little bit more than 25 people. So it's possible that not everybody wants to watch a video titled feel like making gloves. I'll be honest. I mostly just feel like making jokes. Maybe he's outside and around someplace. I feel like making jokes, and I feel like having good times. I feel like talking to my internet friends and saying, "Hey, internet friends." SMH stands for shaking my head. Rachel Lapalosa is shaking her head. Her head was unshaken, and then I said something that caused her to, with great dismay and a sigh of resignation, to shake her head like this. Oh. As moderator, she has a set of, she's got head shake, she's got finger wag, okay, she's got arm cross scold. Hey, you're crossing some lines here, mister. Don't make me moderate you. And she's got hands on hips as well. So you guys who are trying to say some challenging things, trying to be provocative, trying to doubt the veracity of me and my words, trying to disagree with me or something, you might get a head shake, you might get a finger wag, you might get an arm cross, you might get hands on hips, you might even get a hands on hips combined with an eye roll sigh. All right. Those are some of her many powers as moderators. So everybody needs to be prepared for her to utilize any of those powers at any moment at anybody arbitrarily at her whim. Okay. She's got all mom's greatest hits. You're right, Ron Morgan. Being moderator empowers you with all mom's greatest hits. But Eric, eye rolls, arm crossing, and sighing are all subconscious cues indicative of being wrong. Maybe a bang zoom to the moon. Oh yeah, she might have one of those. One of these days, she might have a one of these days. Did I read your Google Doc? I don't know, philosophical thinker. I might have read it. I might have read part of it. I don't know. What's it even about? Man, I don't keep track of all that shit. People send me random emails about stuff, and that's what Spacey's for. I don't mean to say it like that. I'm sorry. That was rude. But I can't deal with all that shit. Yeah, why yada. You got a one of these days and a why yada. Is Spacey my secretary? Yes, he is. I can tell you that is, in fact, one of his jobs, is answering my emails. Sometimes he answers it as me. Sometimes he answers it as him. I think usually he answers it as him. Oh, I did look at that. Philosophical thinker. I don't remember what I thought about it. Reading my email and scheduling sessions with people. That's what he's doing. No, he can fake being me, no problem. He's excellent. He's smarter than I am. So it's nice. I never have to worry about him not understanding something or fucking up shit by being dumb or whatever. I don't know if he's ever had his IQ tested, but he's smart as fucking hell. He is a genius. That guy is smart. I'm very impressed with his INTP-ishness. But we have a cut that out, mister. We also have, I don't pay Spacey to check my email. Spacey and I have our arrangement. She knows everyone's middle name. Who's? Oh, right. Rachel does know everyone's middle name. It comes with the powers. You're right. Anthony Davies Spritherson, you get in the car right now. She's also got a, we'll turn this car around. I will pull this car over right now. She's got this look. That's a stern look there. Who's going to be my vice president? Spacey? No, Spacey's not going to be vice president. I have other more important jobs for Spacey. Dave Chappelle's going to be my vice president. How many times have I told you? All right, cool, Countess One. Glad to hear that you're in your room. You can hear me now. You're listening to my soothing voice at top volume, doing leg lifts. What doesn't Spacey have? His own channel. That would be cool. What are you disappointed about, Rachel Apolosa? Oh, I see. It's another one of your powers. I keep getting confused by these powers. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. I think I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. I don't have anything to hide. I am a book that's super open. Yes, a very open book. Your middle name is Eric. That's how you found this channel in the first place. You searched up Eric on YouTube, and bam, Eric's channel. Even though Eric isn't in the title, YouTube has set a specific algorithm for his channel. Are you saying that to me? My middle name is Eric. I'm Eric Strauss. That would be a cool name. I would like to have that be my name. I feel like I must put into exercise your faculties by describing what I'm doing. Eric. That could be my name. Or it could be Eric Derek Eric. Or Eric Derek Jarek would be good. That'd be a good name for me. I'm in kind of a silly mood right now. Brian Goth has the power of doing mundane tasks in a very charismatic way. Here is your hot dog. Like that. Eric, have you ever seen Malcolm in the Middle? Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, to the extent that one wants to type fictional characters, he's one of those two. I'm not exactly sure which. DuckDuckGo? What's DuckDuckGo? I don't know. No, I'm host Eric Strauss. Host goes in front. Okay. If you Google host Eric, I bet you'll get more shit about me than Eric Strauss. Or maybe the same. I don't know. People are so predictable. You with your words and your reactions to things. I can always tell what you're going to do. I knew Eric was going to tease me about this statement. That's why I put it there. To prove how predictable he is. Force him to behave in this fashion. Yes, Father.
Dinner's ready and on the sideboard anytime. It's picnic style, so there's no hurry. Just come at your leisure.
Thanks, Dad. Have I spoken to you about my sideways hat? It's quite delightful. Yes, I'm the only child, Jake Forrest. No, I'm not dismissive of my dad at all. There's no dismissing my dad. He's the boss around here. It's how it is. No, that's just the white light from outside making everything look white. He's an ESTJ, Breezy Free. ESTJ. I was the only child. What do you think are some of the issues growing up as an only child? Well, I mean, I don't feel like I had any issues with it. I always wanted to be an only child, being an only child, and I was raised very well. I look like I traveled back to 1992 with the side hat. Hey, side hat is timelessly cool, okay? Along with walking like this, unnecessarily. Like you got some sort of like Parkinson's disease or something. When you are the only child, do you get both ends of the wishbone? I don't remember what the wishbone policy was around here. I'm a Viking. It does make me look like some kind of 90s rapper. That's what I'm going for. But remember, it's not 90s Breezy Free. It's timelessly cool. It shows that I'm tough, that I don't care about your social mores. I don't care about your regular hat wearing ways. I'm gonna wear it sideways. I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna wear it sideways. I'm tough like that. I ain't nobody bitch. I wear my hat to the side. Okay, that's what it says. It's pretty clear. Okay. Pants so loose we see your undies if you wear undies. Pants so loose. My pants. If you're talking about my pants, they are not especially loose or tight. They're medium tightness. What is the general word for looseness or tightness? You'd say probably tightness, I guess. Like if you're talking about thickness or thinness, you would say viscosity. Sideways gangster, sideways hat. Am I a sideways gangster in a hat? Or is my sideways hat very gangster? Which or both of them true? Okay, well, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I'm just getting kind of ridiculously silly at this point. I'm going to try to constrain the unsourced, aspecifically motivated giddiness and smoke the cigarette. Do you want more food? Okay. You can go, Katie. There you go. There's some food for you. So Kitty this morning was like, "Hey Eric, you got to get me some food." And I was like, "Kitty, just chill out. I'm currently just hanging out and playing around here. I don't want to go get you some food right now." And she just kept saying, "Get me some food, get me some food, get me some food," over and over again. So finally I was like, "Fine." I had to go to the store. Well, as always, from over here, I can't really read the chat. Fortunately, I know it's under the competently watchful eyes of moderator Rachel Lapalosa, which is a mouthful to say. Moderator Rachel Lapalosa is, yeah, that's a mouthful. It's a lot of R's and malls and blah. Moderator Rachel Lapalosa. Well, I'm sure adequately police the live chat with all of her mom powers. Make sure nobody puts an eye out, nobody pokes an eye out in the live chat. Because this is the thing. The reason I had to appoint a moderator in the first place was that we were getting a lot of eye pokings in the live chat. A lot of people were getting eyes poked out. So they were also catching their death of pneumonia. But people were dropping like flies. So I had to appoint a moderator. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. I'm just finishing this cigarette here. You see it. So. I always hate it when I do this, but I'm listening to it in the car later because if I listen to it, I don't listen to all of them in the car, but I try to listen to them. When I'm in the car, when I go outside and smoke a cigarette, because then I forget that the live stream's on, and then when I come back in and start talking again, it startles me as I'm driving, and I go, what's that sound? Like that. You know, for extra safety, I'm going to implement the rule around here. It's not just no running with scissors. There's no walking with scissors either. In fact, nobody can even pick up any scissors. They're just too dangerous. Oh, okay. I am just being very silly right now. And I'm sorry. I will try to be less silly. I'm in a silly mood, I guess. Okay, let's see. I can no longer hide from you, Peter Dentici, but I can confuse Eric, except he wouldn't care. Hey, I caught the live chat. I saw it. I didn't just slide right by it. That's caring a little bit. Stop changing my correctly spelled words into a stupid autocorrect feature on iPhones. Isn't that annoying, Countess? Isn't that really annoying? That bugs me too. It really does. It's like the Android autocorrect is so much better. Fun chat. Don't apologize. Okay, cool. Jake Forrest says, Eric, please date someone. I miss update live streams. Jake Forrest, at this point, I'm just about ready to just write off women entirely and just be single for the rest of my life. It's like Hambone says, it's all fun and games until someone runs a scissors in a live chat. I think that's probably the best way to put it. But you know what? To be perfectly honest, I bet you at some point in the relatively near future, I'll probably do some dating update of some sort. It depends. No, I'm not going Big Tao. I'm not going Big Tao Peter didn't teach you. Don't worry. Me and that one person parted ways. That never paid, What's the male version of spinster? An incel, I guess. I don't know. In 2009, Scottish scientists searching for the Loch Ness Monster found 100,000 golf balls instead. I like that fact. I was in history class, and my teacher and I and ESTP and you both have the same facial structure and beard. Also, make this face when making a point. When getting mad, and it's thus distinct frown. So, what do you think? That I'm an ESTP? Maybe he's an ENTP. A female version is already spinster. There's no spinsterette. All single men are eligible bachelors. Maybe. Eligible bachelors. Eligible bachelors. Well, spinster's not a very nice word either. Just like also, barren is not a very nice word. Like, I learned that when my second wife was unable to what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I got distracted by Hambone's comment. And I have some various thoughts that interrupted my other thoughts. Eligible Bachelor of Science of Slaying the Puss. All single men are YouTube making ENTPs. Eric is a single man. He's in YouTube making ENTP. What's wrong with this deduction? Nothing. That deduction's fine. Except for the N in front of YouTube, which would be A. I put my hand up to block the leg guard at the last wedding I was at, and the guy must be the best horseshoe layer in the world. He got a ringer on my fleeting hand. And you're like, woo! Everyone's like, woo! Who else is an EHP in this typology Y2 community? Becky, Planet Ketchup, she's an EHP. That guy, Zero Entropy, he's an EHP. She is an ENFJ, you know. What else? What else was I asked? Oh yeah, who else is an EHP in this typology community? My SINE is like off the rails right now. I've got no focus. I've got no self-control. I'm just feeling like maybe it's this weed I've been smoking. This Gorilla Glue number 4. Gorilla Glue number 4 right here from Wonderland. It's not very good Gorilla Glue number 4, to be honest. It's kind of stemmy. That's probably why it was on sale. Okay, Jake. Well, let's see what you say. I don't want to get tarot too often because I don't want to wash away the old tarots if I like them, you know. Not yet. Megan will use me as she feels like at her discretion. You know, I'm at her disposal. You know what they say about Gorilla Glue number 4? No. But Jake, go ahead, do your thing. Oh, look who's here. It's Big M. Big M is here. How fun. Am I on my sensitive shit again? Yes, I am. I am as sensitive as the tip of your penis right after you ejaculate. Very sensitive. Are you familiar with that, Big M? You had that experience before. I bet you have. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I never really asked anybody about it before. Tell me, Big M, tell me about your sensitivity. Tell me about your penile sensitivity. I want to hear about it. I want to hear about the sensitivity of the tip of your penis right after you ejaculate, Big M. Are you banning people when they hurt your feelings? No. Hey, Rachel, if you feel an urge to arbitrarily try out any new powers, just for kicks, just to see how they feel, Big M has volunteered. I don't give a fuck what you are, Big M. And here's Big M's special friend, Toxic Femininity Sex. They seem to always roll together, like two girls going into a bathroom to talk about the feels. Oh, Big M, doesn't toxic femininity suck? Yes, toxic femininity sucks. Toxic femininity sure does suck. Let's see. Okay, cool reading. 1, main theme, moving on. 2, you've been saying your mind, a good thing, but it can be cutting. However, your sharp mind has prevented an injustice from happening to you. Are you talking to me? Take forward number 3. In the near future, oh, this is your tarot thing. Your sharp mind has prevented an injustice from happening to you. Oh, that's good job for me. In the near future, it seems that you will be alone and slightly sad, but it's an opportunity to go deep into yourself because you are full of moisture indeed. Oh, well, Jake Forrest, that actually, number 3, 4, maybe makes a lot of sense. Now that I think about it a little bit more, maybe it does. I see you're in better spirits today, Eric, says Big M. Yeah, I am. I am in better spirits, Big M. You have successfully diagnosed my spirits. Now, what can you do to help me exercise some verbal aggression? How are you going to play with me today? Because sometimes a man just feels like kicking a little ass just to make a show of things. Big M. Yeah, Big Moisture. That's what we're going to call you from now on. Big Moisture. It's a good one. Fiji Katarina. Well, let's see. We're 52 minutes. I probably got another 15 minutes in me, and then I'm going to go inside and eat probably. Bong hits are for Jesus. It is true. Jesus loves bong rips. You are full of moisture on the inside, Countess. That's where it counts. That is where it counts. I also am full of moisture on the inside. I have a moistness that runs deep. See, here's the thing. I was asked about the dating thing. One thing I've realized is I want to get with somebody that I really like a lot and that really likes me a lot, ideally, if I can figure that out. Now, that's hard to do because I don't know exactly what it feels like usually to tell if I really like somebody or not. It sort of has to happen first for me to maybe have a chance to recognize it. So that's my challenge, is trying to figure out what, somebody I really like and who really likes me. First Laugh says, I was watching your ESFJ video earlier. Funnily enough, my mom just got done reading me some inspirational quotes from a book she got. She's ESFJ. Yeah, see? See what I'm saying? I can't provide quantifiable measurements of allotted physical time available like you can, Eric. Allotted physical time available? I don't know what that means. We all like you. You like us. I do like you, Elizabeth B. Melbourne. Thank you for liking me. I appreciate that. Thanks, Jake Forrest. Happy birthday to you. Let's all sing Jake Forrest happy birthday in a British accent because he's from England, and he gives pound sterlings. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jake Forrest. Happy birthday to you. Yep. England, the land of birthday boys today. Do you know the happy birthday song isn't actually open to the public? I did know that somewhere deep down in me, actually. It's not in the public domain, huh? Thanks, Jake Forrest. Did you feel right at home on the British Isles there with my British accent? I hope so. That was my goal. It was moisty. So it can only be sang in the key of meow. Do they change the words at the end? What do you mean? By putting the person's name? Is this a second stream today? Yes. Might be a third one later. I don't know. Depends. Depends if I'm feeling like it or not. Oh no. Toxic Femininity Sex is going to unsubscribe from me. I am absolutely heartbroken. Please don't. Toxic Femininity Sucks. Please don't unsubscribe to me. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Like that. I thought of unsubscribing, but I figured I'd stick around. Well, oh, thanks, Jake Forrest. I appreciate that. That subscriber was actually, the thing is, what Toxic Femininity Sucks knows, and this is how come he's able to get me so much, is that he was my most important subscriber. And without him, probably the whole thing's going to fall apart now. It's like everybody's going to unsubscribe. Everyone's going to follow his lead. Everyone's going to be like, I've got to be like Toxic Femininity Sucks. How do I indirectly pay his bills? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, Toxic Femininity Sucks is somebody I had to put on timeout because I didn't like all the negativity and nonsense. There are people, everyone gets plenty of second chances when it comes to saying things that are offensive or whatever, provided it's like a mistake, right? If somebody comes in and their whole purpose is to create discord, disharmony, bad feelings, negativity, whatever, to slander me, then I usually just put them on timeout. At some point, eventually, I'll get sick of it and I'll ban them. But whatever, I don't care. They seem obsessed enough with me that let them watch videos, let them participate in live streams. It helps my numbers, and I don't mind fucking with them a little bit. It's like people coming here trying to troll unaware somehow that I've got way too massive an advantage for anybody to successfully troll. It's like, I just ban your ass. There's no point in your negativity. Yeah, go ahead. Scrutinize my character, IAG last. I don't mind legitimate scrutiny. I don't mind legitimate critiques by people who don't, who's that not their whole purpose is to come in and offer the most negative interpretation of everything possible and the most critiquing interpretation possible or whatever. Thank you, IAG last. I appreciate it. That's nice to hear. I was ready to hear some critique. I mean, I'm subject to it for sure. Yeah, because it's slandering me, right? No, there's not a meth pipe somewhere. So, you're slandering me. I don't like it. I shouldn't like it. I object to it. You're a bad person for slandering me. You shouldn't do that. I was just joking. Or some other shit. You're just fucking a scummy troll, So that's why I put you on timeout. I don't ban you because whatever. I could do this over and over again until I get bored of it. I dropped my torch. I'm clumsy. That's kind of goes to the territory when you got your back slot SE, your fourth slot SI. I'm not necessarily very good at being unclumsy, you might say. So, Belle broke the handrest on her keyboard. Wah, 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 wah. Thanks, Yoda, Elizabeth B. Melbourne. I appreciate that. I legitimately do try to be a good person. I do try to advocate the good. I take the position that being a moralist is better than being amoral or a nihilist or something like that. Big M, I do crack jokes. You're not cracking jokes. You're being hostile. There's a difference. You're going to try to get me to potentially provide clear guidelines and examples of how there's a difference and try to argue with me about it or whatever. That's the problem. See? You're just trying to be difficult. You just like being difficult. You like being a problem. So I have limited tolerance or patience for problems. There's nothing wrong with smoking, with you making a comment about me smoking with a torch, and that can't be funny or whatever. That wasn't your intent. And you can try to defend it as much as you want. You can argue with me as much as you want. I was reading your actual intent as I've read it from the get-go. I thought you were going to unsubscribe. Toxic femininity sucks. Yes, I do live here with my father. It's true. And I help care for my mother, who has dementia. And it's very much like being at home with dad again, Dad's the boss around here. Not me, that's for sure. So think whatever you want about it. I don't give a fuck. I actually just banned toxic femininity sucks. I had enough of them. I just put hide this user's comments on this channel. So he is BANNED. First person I banned in a long time, actually. But I mean, The name toxic femininity sucks right there. You can probably deduce that this person is definitely an example of toxic masculinity. Right? It's like, what else could you possibly conclude from that? Can I get a what? Who, toxic femininity sucks. Just screams, I'm super bitter and hateful towards women. Like, I don't need that shit. That ain't me. I don't roll like that. Take that weak ass shit out of my fucking house, right? Know what I'm saying? You can tell I'm serious because of my urban vernacular, the colloquialisms I'm using, the tone. I should have had my hat sideways at the time. I ain't having that shit. Get that weak ass shit out of here. Like that, see? Now you know I'm serious. You cannot possibly want even more food. I've given you like 4 of those things today. You cannot be serious. This cat, so greedy. My ankles are super itchy. I wonder if I'm getting like flea bites or something. Or they might just be super itchy because sometimes shit gets super itchy for no reason, you know? Well, what, Meow Meow Pants? Hello. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay. Friends, neighbors, bunch cake men, I have some news for you. It is time for me to end this live stream. Dad informs me I only have 10 minutes left before he's putting away the food. After he'd come in and tell me, take your time, no hurry. If you recall earlier, he said that. But obviously that only meant for a little while. So, good night, everybody. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. And talk to y'all later.